Welcome to our video, 20 Ways Climate Change is Disrupting Bird Migration Routes Worldwide. As our planet continues to warm and weather patterns become increasingly unpredictable, birds are facing unprecedented challenges during their seasonal migrations. From habitat loss to declining food sources, the delicate balance of their migratory patterns is being upended. Join us as we explore the myriad ways climate change is threatening these remarkable journeys and what it means for avian populations across the globe. 1. Unpredictable weather patterns. Climate change has led to more unpredictable weather patterns, including sudden storms and extreme weather events. These can delay or even prevent birds from completing their migrations. Birds, much like sailors of old, depend on predictable weather to guide their journeys. Imagine setting sail only to find that a storm has thrown your compass off course. This can lead to birds expending more energy than anticipated, leaving them vulnerable to exhaustion and predators. Moreover, erratic weather can damage critical habitats, making it harder for birds to find food and shelter along their routes. 2. Rising temperatures. As global temperatures climb, birds are forced to adapt by migrating earlier or later than usual. This shift can disrupt the synchrony between their arrival at stopover points and the availability of food. Birds might arrive too early, before insects hatch or plants bloom, or too late, when resources have already been depleted. This mismatch can lead to starvation or reduced breeding success. It's as if they arrive at a banquet to find the tables bare or already cleared. Over time, this can lead to population declines as birds fail to reproduce effectively. 3. Habitat loss. Deforestation, urbanization, and desertification are shrinking the habitats available for migratory birds to rest and feed. These changes reduce the number of safe havens along their migration routes. Birds might find themselves in bustling cities instead of serene forests, which can be disorienting and dangerous. Imagine being on a long road trip and finding all the motels full or demolished. With fewer resting spots, birds must travel longer distances without breaks, increasing their risk of exhaustion and death. 4. Declining food sources. Climate change affects the abundance and distribution of insects, fish, and plants that birds rely on for food. As temperature shifts, these resources may become scarce or move to different areas. Birds that rely on specific diets might find themselves in a desert of plenty, where their preferred meals are nowhere to be found. This lack of nutrition can weaken birds, making them more susceptible to disease and less capable of completing their arduous journeys. Over time, this can lead to a decline in bird populations as individuals fail to survive or reproduce. 5. Disrupted timing of breeding cycles. Many birds use seasonal cues, such as temperature and day length, to determine when to breed. With climate change altering these cues, breeding cycles are becoming misaligned. Birds might breed too early, when conditions are still harsh, or too late, when resources are scarce. This is akin to planting seeds out of season and hoping for a bountiful harvest. If the timing is off, chicks may not survive, and reproductive success declines. Over generations, this can lead to reduced population numbers and even extinction for some species. 6. Increased wildfires. Wildfires are becoming more frequent and intense due to climate change, destroying nesting and resting habitats for birds. These fires can obliterate large swaths of forests and grasslands, forcing birds to find alternative, often unsuitable, routes. It's like having your home burned down and being forced to seek shelter in unfamiliar and inhospitable places. The loss of habitat not only disrupts migration but also affects breeding and feeding, leading to further declines in bird populations. 7. Melting polar ice and rising sea levels. Polar ice melt and rising sea levels are shrinking coastal and Arctic breeding grounds. Birds that rely on these areas for nesting are being forced to find new sites. This is akin to losing your ancestral home to flooding and being forced to start anew in a foreign land. These changes can lead to increased competition for limited resources and heightened stress for birds. Moreover, new nesting sites might not offer the same protection or resources, leading to lower reproductive success and survival rates. 8. Expansion of deserts. Desert regions, like the Sahara, are expanding due to climate change, creating more hazardous migration routes. Birds crossing these areas face extreme heat and a lack of water, which can be deadly. Imagine crossing a vast desert on foot without enough water or shade. This is the challenge these birds face. The harsh conditions can lead to dehydration, exhaustion, and death. As deserts expand, birds may have to alter their routes, increasing the distance they must travel and further taxing their limited energy reserves. 9. Longer migration distances. Many birds are now flying longer distances to reach suitable habitats, which increases exhaustion and mortality rates. As traditional resting spots disappear, birds must cover more ground, much like marathon runners forced to continue past the finish line. This increased journey length requires more energy and resources, which are often scarce. Over time, this can lead to higher mortality rates and a decline in bird populations, as individuals are unable to survive the longer, more arduous journeys. 10. Shift in wind patterns. Shifts in wind patterns, driven by climate change, can make migration more difficult for birds. Favorable winds that once aided their journeys might now be absent or even work against them. Imagine trying to sail against the wind. It requires more effort and can slow progress significantly. Birds might have to expend more energy to reach their destinations, leaving them vulnerable to exhaustion and predators. Over time, this can lead to lower survival rates and declines in bird populations. 11. Increased storm frequency. The frequency of strong storms, such as hurricanes and typhoons, is increasing, posing direct threats to migratory birds. These storms can be deadly, catching birds in their powerful winds or forcing them to divert their paths. It's like being swept up in a tornado while on a road trip, disorienting and dangerous. Birds caught in these storms might not survive the ordeal, and those that do might find themselves far off course. Over time, increased storm frequency can lead to higher mortality rates and population declines. 12. Altered ocean currents. Changes in ocean currents, driven by climate change, can disrupt the availability of ocean-based food sources. Birds that rely on fish and other marine life might find these resources scarce or absent. Imagine going fishing in a once plentiful pond, only to find it barren. This scarcity can lead to starvation and weakened birds, making them less capable of completing their migrations. Over time, this can lead to declines in bird populations as individuals fail to survive or reproduce successfully. 13. Encroachment of urban areas. The expansion of urban areas is encroaching on bird migration routes, leading to disorientation and increased mortality rates. Birds might become confused by artificial lights, leading to collisions with buildings. It's like driving at night in a city with blinding lights and unfamiliar roads. These collisions can be deadly, and the loss of natural habitats to urban sprawl reduces the availability of safe resting and feeding spots. Over time, this can lead to declines in bird populations as individuals fail to survive the hazards of urban environments. 14. New predators in migration areas. Climate change is introducing new predators to previously safe migration zones, increasing risks for birds. These predators can quickly adapt to new environments, while birds might not be so lucky. It's like moving to a new neighborhood only to find out it's rife with dangers you didn't anticipate. The presence of new predators can lead to higher mortality rates as birds fall prey to unfamiliar threats. Over time, this can result in declines in bird populations, as individuals are unable to adapt quickly enough to survive. 15. Increased competition for resources. Birds that alter their migration routes often encounter unfamiliar species, leading to increased competition for food and nesting spots. This competition can be fierce, as resources are often limited. Imagine moving to a new town and finding all the jobs and housing already taken. Birds might struggle to secure the resources they need to survive and reproduce, leading to lower survival and reproductive success. Over time, This competition can result in declines in bird populations as individuals fail to thrive in their new environments. 16. Diseases spreading to new areas. Warmer temperatures are allowing diseases like avian flu to spread to previously unaffected bird populations. These diseases can be deadly, spreading quickly through flocks. It's like an unseen enemy infiltrating a community, wreaking havoc before defenses can be raised. Birds might succumb to illness before they can complete their migrations, leading to population declines. Over time, the spread of disease can further exacerbate the challenges birds face due to climate change. 17. Decreasing stopover sites. Wetlands and other stopover sites crucial for bird rest and refueling are shrinking due to climate-related droughts. These sites provide essential resources for migratory birds, much like pit stops on a long journey. Without them, birds might not have the energy to complete their migrations, leading to higher mortality rates. As these sites disappear, birds must travel longer distances without breaks, increasing their risk of exhaustion and death. Over time, this can lead to declines in bird populations as individuals fail to survive the challenges of migration. 18. Increased human intervention. More migration routes now intersect with human activity, leading to habitat destruction, pollution, and bird strikes. These interactions can be deadly, with birds often coming out on the losing end. It's like trying to navigate a busy highway on foot, dangerous and fraught with obstacles. Human activities can destroy critical habitats and introduce pollutants that affect bird health and survival. Over time, increased human intervention can lead to declines in bird populations as individuals fail to navigate the hazards of human-dominated landscapes. 19. Chemical pollution and air quality issues. Poor air quality and chemical pollution can affect birds' respiratory systems, reducing their ability to migrate effectively. These pollutants can weaken birds, making them more susceptible to disease and less capable of completing their arduous journeys. It's like trying to run a marathon while breathing through a straw, difficult and exhausting. Over time, exposure to pollution can lead to declines in bird populations as individuals fail to survive the challenges of migration. 20. Species extinction and population decline. Some birds are unable to adapt quickly enough to the rapid changes in their environments, leading to declining populations and disrupted ecological roles. These birds might face extinction if they cannot adapt to the new challenges posed by climate change. It's like being the last of your kind, unable to find a place in a changing world. As populations decline, the ecological roles these birds play, such as pollination and pest control, can be disrupted, further impacting ecosystems. Over time, this can lead to a loss of biodiversity and weakened ecosystems.